so much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Erik El Terrible Morales, 5'8" tall with a very long reach of 72 inches. Up against him, it's Juan Estrada, 5'4" tall, and he's got a reach of 66 inches.
An amazing reach advantage that fighters do not expect to see in this kind of fighter. The jab is unassumingly long and sharp and fast, and that will really put you off your stride.
It's Erik El Terrible Morales. This man is as tough as they come, fighting out of Tijuana, Mexico. A true boxing legend. Up against him, it's Juan Estrada, one of the best fighters Mexico's ever produced. A two-weight world champion making his way to the ring.
Ah, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, here is the renowned 4-division champion of the world, introducing Erik El Terrible Morales. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Puerto Peñasco in Mexico, here is the 2-division world champion, Juan Francisco El Gallo Estrada.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves, and here we go.
So, all the talking's done. Now, let's get down to action.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. And there's the bell for round 1. Can't land that jab. Nice counter shot. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the fans of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Good counter punch. Beautiful counter. Erik Morales is dazed. And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
One punch could change anything when these 2 step in the ring. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talking about Morales in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Here we go for round 2. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on there. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
don't want to trade shots. Nice counter. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nobody home with that hook. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talking about Morales in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
There's the bell to start round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. And that hook misses. Can't find a home for that jab. No rest for the weary. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he fails to score with that left hook. And Morales goes down on the canvas. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
I've got to see that again.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Talking about Morales in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Here we go to the 4th round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Nope, that jab not going to score. Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. Failing to score with that right hook. Didn't land that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talking about Morales in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Time for the 5th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Don't score with that right uppercut. And forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. Both men step back for just a moment. Swing and a miss with that hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And this wasn't in the game plan. Morales has to find a way out of this. Talking about Morales in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And there's the bell to start round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, know it.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. El Gallo is hurt. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Estrada is in trouble. And down goes El Gallo. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
The straight right just misses. In incredible work rate. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Here comes round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
That counter punch caught him clean. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
So far, both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talking about Morales in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
There's the bell to start round 8. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
That counter punch caught him clean. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? They threw the hook, it didn't land. They need to be careful and punch themselves out here. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And Morales, he's rocked. We've seen him get out of this kind of trouble before, but he's got his work cut out for him. That is a bit of a surprise. It ends in a draw.
What a fight, what a battle. I'm exhausted watching it myself. And you know what? I'm happy it's a draw, because nobody deserved to lose and nobody deserved to win. These guys put it on the line.